Hey, welcome to this Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts gameplay video. If you love the era of naval warfare when castles of steel ruled the waves, then don't miss a minute of what's coming up. Hey, welcome. It's time to play some Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. I want to do something even more different than I did yesterday or day before, whenever it was I did this last. I want to do a courageous class battlecruiser, which is interesting in and of itself, but we want to try to do the HMS Furious as designed, which means, what did they call these things? Large light cruisers, very little armor, big guns, a few big guns. And the Courageous class, I think, were designed with two twin 15-inch turrets, but the Furious was designed with two single 18-inch turrets. Well, it's just 18-inch guns in single gun turrets. Anyway, it's too early in the morning, isn't it? So she's very interesting. As she was built, she was built with one 18-inch gun aft and some kind of weird flight deck up front. And eventually they removed the guns entirely and put a flight deck on both ends, and she ended up as an aircraft carrier. But point is, she was designed initially to have these two single 18-inch gun turrets. So we're going to give her a try. Now she can't, under no circumstances can she be accurately designed. She had very light armor, and there's not a battlecruiser hull that allows the shipyard to put armor that light on her. So we're just going to do the best we can. We're just going to go play with some 18-inch guns. What do you say? That's kind of what my whole idea here is. So HMS Furious, and what's interesting is that you have to set the technology year up to 1927 to get the 18-inch guns. And I've been thinking about doing it with all these fun things in here, but you know what? The heck with it. We may have to play this a couple times because it's going to go fast. The equivalent German battlecruiser should put her down pretty quick, I think. We're going to give it a shot. I think we'll unlock, we'll get into designing the ship and put her out there and play with her a little bit. But before we do, hey, we're going to do the YouTube ritual, which is I get up early in the morning, I have my one lousy cup of coffee, and my wife is home today, so I must be very careful, very strict about my one lousy cup of coffee. And I build these videos. If you like them, then you consider, please, liking, sharing, subscribing. How's it go? Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Yeah, that's it. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. That's what feeds the algorithm. That's what makes the channel grow, and that's what gives me a reason to live. So if you don't do it, basically you're killing an old man. Does that seem fair? And if you really like the channel, then you can buy me a cup of coffee. There's a link in the description. All right, I'm going to go build her. We'll come back in just a moment and discuss my best attempt, and then go out there and watch her get hammered. Back in just a moment. Well, okay. Here's my best shot at it. One, she is every bit of 10,000 tons overweight. There's just not a hull available that lets you do these things inside the weight range that the actual Courageous class, in which that class existed. So you just kind of throw your hands up. I mean, I had to make her very short just to keep her from being overweight inside of this 30, almost 2,000 tons when she ought to be maybe 21, 20, let's see. Yeah, 22.5, maybe. So it's just, okay. If you haven't watched my channel before, even if you have, I'm going to repeat myself. The shipyard is not designed to let us build accurate representation of every historical, for that matter, maybe even any historical ship. It's meant to give us a tool to play and design inside of their campaign system. And then those of us who are doing videos on this and who just want to play with it, do our best. You know, we play with the shipyard to get us there. So you have to do all kinds of crazy stuff. I think she did have geared turbines. The rest of this stuff is in oil fuel. The rest of this stuff is just making it work. Krupp 2 is sort of right. It seems that she had a mix of armor types. The truth is I needed to use an advanced armor type to keep the armor weight down, to keep this thing inside of bounds, inside this hull displacement or hull weight limitations. Excuse me. Here we go again with the cough. Excuse me. White powder, I don't know. Lyddite, cordite, tube powder. Yeah, if you want to keep her around a little bit longer, then give her tube powder. That way she doesn't blow up quite so easily. These things, I don't know. She did have 21-inch torpedoes. This is where it gets really dicey. I have no idea what kind of range finding she had, so I just gave her the best stereoscopic. Gave her some hydrophones and RDF, and this is really spooky. It's 1927 and Gen 1 radar is available. I'm just 100% convinced she didn't have anything like that. I'm going to put it on here because I guarantee you the AI build will have the best of everything, including radar. And if we just want to watch her get beat up at range, well, she's going to do that anyway. But let's go ahead and cobble in that. Now, this is where it gets very odd. Her belt armor ought to be 3 inches. I can't give this thing less than 6. That's just all there is to it. So I set the extended to 3 inches. I got, deck extended 8, 0.8. There we go. I bet we saved a lot of weight there. Yes, we did. No wonder she was, I mean, I built this before and I was like, man, she's unusually heavy. Well, I can probably play with this weight a little bit. I don't think it much matters, but there we go. 10-inch conning tower, 9-inch turrets. Turret tops the same as the deck, and secondaries, I just took a wild guess. She has her 2 big 18-inch guns, a bunch of triple 4-inch guns that are apparently very awkward, and a couple of underwater torpedo tubes. Now that I've solved this deck extended issue, we can probably do something goofy like, give her a little chance to survive. Okay, so what do you say? Rather than sit here and quibble over the details, we take an interesting looking battlecruiser armed with 2 gigantic weapons and see how she plays against what the AI builds for a German battlecruiser in 1927 technology. Okay, we'll start scratching the nose thing. I think I've said this before. When you got a nose this big, an itch could be an existential crisis. All right, Queen Mary. I should have renamed her. That's it. Just, man. If I don't do this, though, the regulars would not think it was me. There. And that's right. Furious, I do believe. Let's take a look here, make sure I got my head right. Oh, yep, we're good. Let's launch them. Hey, she's named the right thing now. Enemy smoke spotted to the north, so she's completely turned around. And we're a little ways off. So now using rudder commands is awkward because you give it a 30-degree right rudder, and strangely enough, the helmsman maintains that rudder position unless you change it, which is why I tend to like clicking. I want you to go here. Okay. We must be, we are close enough to engage. What, did I take? No, I think he's shooting too. Yep, there he is. Let's go look at her. All right, he is bearing straight down on us. So let's go ahead. He's raining a whole lot of weapons on us. We're at a 0.5% chance to hit still aiming. Lord. We're going to slow her down. Looks like he has turned. Yep. It's turned to unmasked batteries. So we will turn to do the same. And see if there's a good screenshot in here somewhere. Well, I've seen more dramatic. If I can get... Oh, no matter what I do, it wants to select them. The mouse up in the far corner. And the noise is ridiculous. That's actually pretty cool. With F11. Man, the selection area on that ship is huge. Oh, I don't like that as much. Interface. She may not last long enough to get a lot of cool screenies. I'm convinced she's got too much ammunition. I'm about half convinced that all ships in UAD have too much ammo, but I could be wrong. This is really not an area of expertise for me. I just think it's fun. Although I've been doing a lot more reading lately, so it says as he coughs and coughs. And you know what? Let's switch to HE. She's got 9 guns to our 2. That's exciting. And we're up to a 1.5% chance to hit, still looking to lock up. If we get a hit, it ought to be devastating. In fact, playing this a couple of times this morning. Whoa, like I said, that was... Whoa, 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 whoa. Gracious. Yeah, we blew her up. Well, you know, it's the RNG. What do you want? Sometimes you're going to get blowed up. Sometimes you're going to blow up. That is just not as... It's kind of cool because you're looking down the barrels. And I guess I can do something fun in Photoshop to make that a little more appealing. But anyway, I'd say we are severely advantaged right now. It's the Prince Admiral. Oh, gracious, that's loud. Prince Admiral. 18, no, that's big. 10-inch guns. Still ought to be enough to blow this thing up if she can get good hits. No torpedoes, but she is in a world of hurt. Isn't this fun? It's ridiculous. Okay, looks like our 4-inchers are scoring some hits. That beautiful. I wonder if I can get over there before those rounds. Yeah, there's one right there. Splash! Man, she got enough stacks? Thump! It's just oh, just watching the fireworks when these big guns open up. Oh, she is so hurt. These torpedoes we have are good for 12 kilometers. I'd say that she's being threatened by our torpedoes at this point. Those 10-inch guns would be devastating if we had 3-inch armor. But we're cheating because I can't do anything else. 4.2% and we still haven't locked up. Fire control is not her thing. But for God's sake, she can pour the damage on if she hits. And the idea of putting on the HE was pretty good. It blew her upper works to shreds. I may just have to go buy Rule the Waves 2 and start playing in a real campaign. Anybody have any thoughts about that? I'd like to know what you think. It's not as pretty by any stretch of the imagination. I think it's better. It may be have more fidelity. Ooh, that's a pretty good little hit. 53. Alright, she got her torpedoes off, and that ought to finish this up pretty quickly. If Prince Admiral doesn't spot it. How fast is she going? 24 knots. She's not exactly been devastated by the, or at least in terms of her speed. Yeah, the 4-inchers are pounding them. Oh, we're getting 7-inch hits over here. Oh, another good hit. I think she's seen the torpedo. Yes, she has. I think she's got a pretty good chance of evading it. Yeah, she doesn't have to worry about that torpedo. Furious, his torpedoes loaded already? Alright. Oh, she's up to a 17% chance to hit and locked. I'd say at this point we've become officially dangerous. Knots. They're actually overtaking her significantly at this point. And a 20% chance to hit. Yeah, you get inside of 5 kilometers and it gets interesting. Alright, we're back to Screenies. It's just, I can never get the sun where I want it. That's not bad. Yeah, I'm going to start a new channel, the screenshot channel. I'm just amazed at how little damage he's managed to do to us. Taking quite a few. Oh, that was harsh. Yeah, this one thing is entertaining about this game. You never know how things are going to. Well, it's not true. It's not too hard to figure out how things are going to break, but it does surprise you. Like, this is surprising. The first time I built this old gal, she got wasted. Just absolutely wasted by German battlecruiser. What if we turn off our main guns and see if we can get a torpedo hit? Here they go. Worst thing that has happened, we can turn the main guns back on. We're just playing right now. That's all we ever do is play. But we're just goofing around here. I think she's going to get bagged. She's got steering problems. She's got speed problems. I think we're about to see a really interesting that's, you know, if this game never was anything but screenshot bait, I'd be for it. I would be for it. I think we got a hit there. Had the interface off. There's a torpedo hit. Turn the guns back on. Kind of interesting. The guns were trained. The guns aren't trained. I guess they stopped tracking when I turned them off, which that's interesting. She's still afloat, but only just. There we go. All right, well that didn't take very long. I say we give her another shot. Resist the temptation to redesign. What do you say? Let's just get out there and see what the AI throws at us the second time. Well, I'm glad we got our screenshots in the 19 kilometers. I'm glad we got the screenshots in the other playthrough, because this is dark. Alright, we are moving on reciprocal horses almost, which makes me think that I need to go ahead and just bite the bullet, turn. Oh, 15-inch hit. That does not bode well. This is starting to feel like the first time I played it through. Let's face it, she's silly. One's tempted to say, what were they thinking? But the point, really, the truth is, at the time, it was just a time of massive innovation. And they were doing amazing feats of engineering without the benefit. Oh, ouch, that really hurt. Without the benefits of modern computational tools. They were doing interesting models and tests. I mean, you just have to read about it to see how they figured this stuff out. So the idea of this kind of oddball ship, this give her a try, you can kind of understand. How else would they find out how it works if you just don't put something in service? Now, I know we are getting beat down. The counter argument is, well, the counter argument is this is just silly, and you've got a wartime spend anything attitude, but really I'm inclined to be more generous and and say, yeah, given the tools they had, their ability to predict without actually trying. Oh, we are getting hammered. It's extremely limited. Girl, you're going to just have to get some paybacks here real quick or you are in trouble. Okay, I was rambling. I just thought about how much I was just rambling then. In fact, I'm trying to be real quiet now because I'm afraid I'm doing this going, ouch! Oh, ow, 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 ow. We could just get a hit. But she's up to 16% chance. Not a very good. Oh, another, well, that one did not very hard, but increased our flooding. Get a torpedo off, maybe we can. Here we go. Give him something to think about. Oh, oh. Ouch. We are just about done. I think she's maneuvering because of the torpedo. Yep. Come on, Furious. All you got to do is tag her once. You might just about catch up. Imagine if she had a 3-inch belt. 7-inch secondaries would be terrifying. Alright, she has decided to, for some reason, turn away. Yeah, we're slowing down because we don't have a choice. Why is she leaving? There she goes. Oh, there was a good hit. Wow, that was mid-belt penetration, and it blew her innards out. She's still in better shape than us. Yeah, that stung, and she may flood out. Then she did. Oh, well, these are going pretty quick. What the heck? Let's give her another try. All right, which way is she going? Really, here I'm coming in here expecting the Furious to just get hammered because 2 out of 3 plays prior to the video saw not the exact design here, but very similar. You know, you can only do so much. And just getting dunked 2 out of 3 times. And here she is, surviving the worst that they have to give us and absolutely raining. Oh, there's a bounce. 14 inches. Which way is she going? Okay. Just a little bit further to the right. Not that much. Want all guns bearing. And as much angle here as I can get. Or I shouldn't say as much. I want to get this 30 degrees or so to maximize the effectiveness of the belt armor. 1.2%, but she's locked, which means that we've settled down. It must also mean, yeah, well, the conditions aren't great. Well, they've spanked us pretty good. She's still trying to lock that up. Something tells me that old gal is really moving. Yeah. really trucking along. Good, we're good. I'm kind of curious if there's a better. Well, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? The sun is high, which makes those low angle shots kind of boring. Everything's so dark. You know, I've got good enough. We'll just leave it. We identified her. We're really close. Well, that hurt. All right. Goodness, crown prince. Got 9 inches of armor. 5% chance to hit. She's got well over two times our chance to hit. With guns that are perfectly adequate to take this old gal down. And we are closing up. She's making 30 freaking knots. Come on, Furious. Luck here. If I had to guess, I'd say these 18 inches probably have too high a rate of fire too. This is again, I start speaking about these things as if I'm an expert, which I certainly am not. But you just have to wonder, oh, she's done. Well, okay. I think that's fair. I think we call it a day. So, what the heck? I enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun. This is part of the joy of this kind of game. You can get in and do some goofy things. Admittedly, she was not the Furious. I mean, she was an approximation, and a very gross approximation, of how the Furious was designed. Don't know if we'll ever be able to build the equivalent in the game, but who cares? It was a lot of fun. So I guess that's that. Hey, as always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you again real soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you click on that picture of very young Waz, you'll be subscribed so you'll never miss another video. Then click on that bell notification button, and please share and comment. See you again soon.